Now let us see the nomenclature of the aldehydes and ketones. Let us first start with the aldehydes. In IUPAC nomenclature, we call them alkenyl. So Al is the suffix which is added to indicate the aldehyde group, and in the common nomenclature we call them acids, common name plus aldehyde word. See, what you need to understand, all these aldehydes, ketones in the 4 acid derivatives are said to be derived from the carboxylic acids. So the carboxylic acid's common name is taken as a parent name, and to that aldehyde word is added. So that is how we write their common names. There is another very important thing about this. The word aldehyde has been obtained from L, which means alcohol, and dehyde means without hydrogen. And that is why you need to know the alcohol's general formula always is CnH2n plus 2O, whereas the aldehyde's formula is CnH2nO. So this is how they both differ. So they differ because of one double bond. The less they are, aldehydes are having less, 2 hydrogens less. That's why they are called aldehyde, alcohols without hydrogen, dehydrogenated. That's why they are called aldehydes. So anyhow, let's come back to our nomenclature system. So let us start with the first one. It's called, the first is this. It's called methanol, and since the first carbon acid is called formic acid, we call this as formaldehyde. Then the second one, CH3CHO, it's called ethanol. It's called, and 2 carbon acid is called acetic acid, so it's called acetaldehyde. Then we have, like, similarly 3 carbon aldehyde, CH3CH2CHO, it's called propanol, and in common language we will call it, it's called propionic acid, 3 carbon acid, so it's called propionaldehyde. So this is how we name them. Let us see some more examples. Like if they are present above a cyclohexane ring, we can't call this as cyclohexanol because this is having 7 carbon. We cannot call this as cycloheptanol because it's the 7th carbon is not the part of the chain. So we call cyclohexane carbaldehyde. That's the alternate name the IUPAC have suggested. If we are not able to count the carbon of a functional group, we name it by some alternate name, that this CHO is called carbaldehyde, and its common name will be cyclohexyl carbaldehyde. And that is how, if this group is attached to a benzene ring, we call it benzene carbaldehydes, which is also called benzaldehyde, because in common nomenclature it was its common name. Now IUPAC accepted because this is the benzylic carbon which is having only 1 hydrogen, so that's why it's called benzaldehyde. And we can have a lot of other examples, like suppose we have this example. This is called in common language crotonaldehyde, whereas in IUPAC this is called butenol because the second carbon contains a double bond. On the other hand, if we have a benzene ring like this, CH double bond CH-CHO, it's called cinnamaldehyde, or it's called 3-phenyl propional. So these are the different examples of the different types of aldehydes we have.